Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're doing hookups in the ditch. We have a beautiful day here today, and I'm going to try and get as much progress as I can because tomorrow is supposed to bring some rain. And I'd really like to start getting these ditches closed up before the rain comes. I was looking at our weather forecast and it looks like our days are going to start warming up here. We're still going to be having some cold nights. Hey, are you living in my gourd? Did you pick a nest in my gourd? Good bird. I was hoping I saw a girl move into there. I actually heard some pecking around this morning coming back from the barn, and I saw another bird move into the gourd that I have in the maple tree over there. So like I said, the weather is warming up and we're gonna start getting some things to grow here. We're already getting some algae growth in the pond. I need to get some pond plants in here. But I really do need to get started on my gardening, and that's all gonna be on my other channel, Whitt Acres Nature at Home. But this ditch project has been pretty much all consuming, and I'm just trying to get this finished up. We do have the wire run all the way into the house, but I have to do the junction splice right there where they all meet. What are you doing? You proud gander. He's taking a bath with his girlfriend. Mumbles is on the other side. A girl. Mumbles laid a big beautiful egg yesterday, and that is the first one of Mumbles' laying season, so she's going to be starting dropping eggs here. She's not going to be laying them every day because she does have big eggs. It takes a little bit of time for them to bake. She lays every 2 to 3 days, and sometimes it's a giant egg with a double yolk, and that can take even longer. But it's nice to see Mumbles coming into her laying season. The weather is finally broke, and it's going to start warming up here, and I think everybody knows it. Just saw a big bird fly into that tree over there. Better not be a hawk. Gotta keep my eye out. But we have the wire running in the ditch now, and it's all going into the house. I have the house sealed up with silicone. What are you doing? Making noise, bird. We have the wire and pipe running down to the vegetable garden. The wire goes all the way up to the barn with the water pipe, and the water pipe actually tees off, and I have a hydrant over in the food forest as well. But we also added another ditch. As you can see, we're teeing off right at that junction point. We went all the way down to the duck pond with a French drain. So I have everything in the ditch that I need right now. And yesterday me and Echo Pup went around and we started hooking up the hydrants. Oh, the geyser. Look at that. So I'm going to throw you back so you can get all caught up in what I got done yesterday, and then we can get some progress done today. Gorgeous. So now that we have this ditch connected to the other ditches, bringing a drain pipe over to the duck pond, we actually have flowing water. Just look how beautiful that is. Consistent water flow. Not a lot, but she's steady. Now I might not get a lot during the dry summer period, but it'd be fun to see how much water flow I get during the seasons. But now with this trench connected to the other trenches, this is going to bring a lot more water down to the pond than I was getting originally. I'm still going to have runoff areas because I didn't put a trench going through this upper part yet, and I'm just not going to be doing that on this project. I need to get this ditch wrapped up, not dig any more ditches. But I backfilled this end just a little bit so I could direct the water flow into the pipe, and then I put this little piece of solid half pipe underneath so I could actually get some water flowing up and I could see it trickling into the pond. Otherwise that black pipe is perforated and it'll just seep through the bottom of the pipe and into the dirt, and I wanted to actually be able to see water flow. And I love watching water flow. Now I do have a lot of plans for this pond, so we're going to have upgrades as we go, but I would like to get some more moving water out here. I'm not going to be able to filter this pond to where it's clear water since I have a clay liner and the ducks are going to be coming down here almost daily to stir it up and dabble through the mud. I'm not too worried about getting clear water, but I would like to get some moving water out here so it keeps the oxygen level up and it'll actually be healthy water. Healthy enough water that I'd hopefully be able to get some fish in here and possibly even go fishing sometimes. Pop. I definitely want to create a full ecosystem out here, so there's definitely going to be a lot of projects to do. Pop. But this trench can actually get backfilled right now. It's just not a priority. I'm trying to get everything hooked up inside the trenches before I do any of the backfilling. What's going on, ladies? Hey, Sammy. I heard you. Where are you? There you are. All the roosters singing their songs. I got the red hydrant hooked up there by the barn, but we have to get that in position yet. Good job, young Bert. Now we do have some ducks taking a nap over in the chicken run. Some girls spreading out there at the holly bush. It's good to see. Sammy. But I got the T-fitting here on the drain pipe, so I just have to backfill around here and get that water directed into the pipe so it can all drain down. Then everything dripping out of these cut French drains that I have in these ditches are all going to be directed down to the pond. We don't have one going down this ditch because we don't want the water really going that way. Trying to split it off to the pond here. Pop. You hear those birds singing. But this is all hooked up in here. I have a hammer arrestor inside this bucket, and then I stuff some insulation in a plastic bag and stuff that into the bucket. That way if we ever have to get in there and replace that hammer arrestor, it'll be easy to clean that bucket out. Now the hammer arrestor is for long runs or quick shutoffs. So all the water's in the pipe and it's going to be running to that open valve, and if you shut that off... Good job, young Bert. Good job, Rufio. If you shut that off too quickly, all that water has to come to a stop inside of a closed pipe system without breaking anything. And the hammer arrestor gives a little air pocket, so all that pressure can pump up through that air pocket and not break any of the fittings in the pipework. Hope that all made sense. I put one here in this bucket so it can service these two long runs going to the barn and the food forest, and then the other one I'm putting just inside the house to capture everything from all the trenches. It's not always 100% necessary. You could try to just shut off the valves gently and you won't have that problem, but just in case, I wanted some extra safety. So the trench going down this way to the food forest, this one can be pretty much backfilled too, all the way to the hydrant, as well as this trench going up to the hydrant right before the barn. I do have those two hydrants hooked up so we can backfill these trenches. I just can't backfill up past the bucket lid yet because I don't have it filled with gravel or styrofoam that I want for drainage in there. Unfortunately, those packing peanuts I got were compostable, so they're not going to work with water flow. And no one local is carrying those styrofoam peanuts, and they're going to take too long to arrive online. Good job, young Bert. So once I finish hooking up the hydrants, I will have to probably go with gravel inside there instead of the styrofoam. And that would be fine. I'd go ahead and do that right now, except my truck is broken down and I can't go get clean gravel. So we're gonna go ahead and work on the things that we can work on, huh, Pop? I have one more hydrant to hook up, and that one's down in the vegetable garden, and then I need to splice the wires together and get that box all watertight so it can be buried. And then we can start all the backfilling of all these ditches here before the mud comes tomorrow, huh, Pop? All the birds are good at the barn. Half of them are taking a nap and half of them are foraging around. Hi, ladies. Got your ducks in a row, Mumbles? Good. Hey, ladies. Hey, Lucy. Everybody's just enjoying this beautiful day we're getting. All right, pup. Let's get to work. Pup, we do have the hydrant here next to the ramp hooked up. I still have to run another wire. We'll tell you about that later, but we have this hydrant hooked up here. I still have to fill up the bucket with some stones. I did have to pump water out of this. I'm not sure why I'm getting so much water over here. There's a couple French drains cut going down this long run, so that's still pouring down this way even though we have a cave in. But I brought the little sump pump over here and I had to pump that water out, so I was able to get down to the bottom of the bucket and hook this up. Unfortunately, as I was struggling to hook this up with my dad, I used the wrong setting on the clamping tool. The tool that you use to clamp the metal ring onto the PEX hose is actually a dual purpose tool. You can clamp the ring on and you can cut rings off with it. Unfortunately, I had it on the cut off side, so whenever I tried to clamp it on, it actually cut the ring almost all the way off. I was completely out of energy that day, so I just left it go and I had to fix it yesterday. So yesterday I did it the right way and got it clamped on properly, so that's down in the bucket and it just needs filled up with stone. And I also have these saddle straps I need to get mounted on here to hold the pipe in place on the post, and then we can get things backfilled. But I need to take this sump pump down to the vegetable garden because that one's full of water too, and I have some digging out I need to do. Echo, pup, it's just UPS. Calm down, buddy, they're bringing us things. I ordered a roll of caution tape. I got 1,000 feet of caution tape, so whenever I backfill these ditches, I'm going to stop right at about 4 to 6 inches, and I'm going to lay caution tape in all of these ditches. So in the future, if I ever go to dig somewhere to plant something or a tree or anything else, hopefully we'll hit the caution tape before we hit anything important. And I do want to get on top of the roof and get an aerial photo of this for the future projects. And I did get my dad a small drone for Father's Day a couple years ago. We're not too good at flying it, and we actually crashed it the last time. Now, since this drone is really small, it doesn't do well in wind, so we only can put it up on the calmest days. So if I'm able to get it up and get an aerial photo of the property with the ditch lines, I'll put that on a future video. I have been able to get some drone shots before, but we don't even remember how to hook the thing up to our phone anymore to fly it. I'm not the most tech savvy. I'd rather play with dirt and water. The geyser. But I'm gonna be using this ammo box as a junction box for my wires here. So I just need to cut these off, get them plugged into the box here, get them all wired together, and then we can bury this thing. I'm probably doing enough talking. It's time to get to work today. All right, Echo Pup, we got all the hydrants hooked up and all the wires spliced together. Now, I don't have it hooked up in the house, so I can't actually test anything yet. But I think that's gonna be the next thing. I'm gonna hook it up into the house, and then I can actually turn the water on, get the air out of the pipes, and check for any leaks. Tonight's nighttime temperatures are supposed to stay above freezing, so I won't have any problem with the water in the pipes. But once I put water in the pipe, I am gonna be on the clock trying to get it backfilled before the next time we have a frost. Here in my area, we're still dropping down into the 20s and even lower here at night. But we also got the wire spliced together, so I think I am ready to backfill. In this trench here, we have the ammo crate junction box that I'm using here. I'll open it up so you can see it. But on the sides, I actually just cut through with a knife. I cut a hole into the plastic, and then I put some flex tape on both the inside and outside, creating a little gasket to push the wire through. I don't know, it was a DIY project. But I did splice everything together with the connectors that I had, and then I taped it up solid here so we don't have any water getting into the fittings, hopefully. There is a tiny little gasket on this ammo crate, which will help a small bit. But I am thinking about wrapping this up with a plastic bag to really try and keep the moisture from getting into that crate. Because once I backfill this, you know everything's gonna be saturated. Oh, the geyser. Gorgeous. But I think that's a crow, pup. Just a crow, bud. That guy's all right. They're friends. But I think it's time to hook up the water to the house supply, and then we can actually turn on the hydrants and check for leaks. Yeah, that's a crow, bud. Good eye though, puppy. Good eye. Thanks, Bert. Now just inside the house here, we're gonna be hooking up to the house supply right underneath the faucet that's out there. And everything's gonna be coming after the deduct valve. So whenever we're running city water, we won't have to pay for any of the sewage. So we have our pipe coming in down below there, and we're gonna be bringing it up and hooking it right up to this valve. And I already have this put together here, but we're gonna be coming in on this 90, and then it's gonna be going through this hammer arrestor, and then we're gonna be coming up off this 90 to that valve. And I got some stick pegs here to use to go straight down from that valve to where we're coming into the house. This is gonna be a lot easier to use than trying to unwind a coil. Now this is all in a tight area. You're not gonna be able to see anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hooked up, and then we can see if the hydrants work. Huh, Cheech? All right, I got the pipe hooked up to the house supply here, and it's going down to the hammer arrestor and out to the trench. I am nervous, but we can turn this on now. Oh, that was stiff. Take it easy, take it easy. It's gonna fill up a lot of air right now. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. Let's go check. I think it's bouncing because it has to get some air out of it. Let's help it. Water! We got water! A little bit of dirt shot from what we've got in the pipe whenever we're plumbing it. We got water, and it shuts off. That's good. Huh, Pop? Let's check the other ones. Come on. Come on. Let's check all these and get the air out of the pipes, and then we can check the bottoms for leaks. Nice. Don't want to make a mess here though. Slowly shut that off. No leaks. Awesome, Pop. Let's go check the food forest. Come on. There you go. Oh, I hear the air. This one might have more air. It's a longer pipe. Awesome. A little bit lower pressure out here that's further away. All right, last one up at the barn. We can get all the air out, and then I'll check all the bottoms as I come back for leaks. Pop. How you doing, ducks? Oh, we got Pebbles stuck in the back pen. I'll get her out. How's it going, ladies? Mumbles. Dabble's bothering you again. You pretty birds. What's everybody doing down here? What's going on down here? Mumbles. Big wings. Dabbles, quit being mean. What are you doing up there, Ron? You guys mountain climbing? Maggie. They're climbing mountains, pup. Come on, let's check this hydrant. Where are you going, ducks? Calm down. Just gotta get the air out. Nice. Look at that. Water at the barn. We did it, ducks. This is gonna benefit all of you ladies. Huh, Sammy? Huh, Pop? We got water. Let's check for a leak. No leaks, Pop. No leaks. Ugh. Well, it's draining in there. That's good. It's kind of facing the back wall, which isn't awesome, but it's draining. Can't see. It's underwater, pup, so I can't really see if we have any leaks, but if we had a leak, I think we'd have some swirling water in there. We'd actually have some movement. So I think we're good. Yeah, I don't feel anything going on in there. I think we're good. I'm happy with that. We got to get something in these buckets. Probably some gravel, but my truck's broke down right now, so I can't go pick anything up. Styrofoam takes too long to order. I don't want to wait that long. But we can backfill up to the lids of these buckets, get all the water pipe all covered up. Pop. We have water here at the barn. And I am happy about that. Now I am planning, once we backfill this a little bit more, once I get closer to the top, I'm gonna put some insulation board in here so it completely covers up this big hole that's gonna be draining water. I'm probably gonna do that to the other ones too, but this one for sure, because this one was really hard to dig. This ground actually froze a lot deeper than anywhere else. I'm not entirely sure why. It might be more compact, it might have had more moisture in it, I don't know, but I put an extra piece of insulation there. Put some insulation on the end of the pipe here, and I'm gonna put a piece of insulation up on the stack. Now this stack does drain, but you saw I put insulation on all the other ones. That's because it does take some time for this to drain. And if we're down into the single digits, even the negative temperatures here, that could actually freeze before it completely drains out, or it could start building up some ice every time you use it, and then it's just gonna get clogged up at some point. So it might not be completely necessary, but it's not gonna hurt. Pop, you hanging out in the shade, bud? It's a warm day, ain't it? All right, pup, let's go check the other ones. This way. We don't have the gate closed yet. Oh, Pebbles made it up to another fence. The problem here is this gate's open on this side and the next gate's open on the opposite side, so they kind of have to weave through here. It takes them a little while, but they make it around. Ducks. They're exploring all over. All right, let's take a look at this hydrant. Make sure we don't have any motion in the ocean down below. I don't feel anything. Like I said, I think we would have some current in there if we had a leak. So I'm happy with that. I gotta try and get that lid on, but we gotta get it filled up first. Pop. Oh, Pebbles made it. Good job, girl. Pebbles going out, a couple girls coming in. Maple, khaki. Beautiful day. And we're getting things done, Pop? Now let's check these last two, make sure we don't see any leaks. Not going to be able to hook up the wires just yet because we ran out of wire going into the house. I don't have enough to reach the panel. So we're going to have to wait on that. I think the ditch is going to be backfilled before we actually test the electric, which is a little iffy. Let's see what's going down in this bucket. Full of water in here. Oh, it's deep. Oh, I hope my boot's tall enough. I don't know if it is. Getting rather close. Oh, I can't bend. All right, let's see if we can reach this now. Everything's full of water. I guess that means the pipe drains. I'm just feeling around for a current because I can't actually see anything in the water. I think we're good. I think we're good there. Make sure we don't get dirt in the bucket. Then we can get some clean drainage material. And then we can backfill. All right, one more to check. Looking good. No current moving around in there. And this one was a little bit more difficult to put on. I couldn't get the brass 90 fitting to actually orient in the right direction, so I had to do shark bite fittings. We got a coupler on this one and then a 90 shark bite, and we were able to get this one facing the right direction. The brass fitting 90 would have had my head facing the other way, and I didn't want the water to go that way. I wanted it to go towards the garden. So that worked out there, and it's actually holding together, so we don't have any leaks either. We are set. Now we do have electric down here at the vegetable garden as well. I wanted it actually over here, but pulling the wire and then we cut it before we checked it and it ended up being over here. So I need to figure out something here. I can actually put a waterproof panel box up and then I'll be able to get some electric down here in the gardens and I'll be able to run some pumps or do a lot of other things down here for the pumpkins and whatnot. So I need to figure out some type of weatherproof box for the panel so I can get this hooked up and get a receptacle in there to have power down here in the vegetable garden as well. And that's gonna help with the attempt to grow a giant pumpkin. But I am super happy with this. Let's see the water come out one more time. Look at that. Gorgeous. Love it. Love it, Pop. Huh, Pop. All right, now you can start knocking the dirt in the hole. You've been wanting to do it this whole time. You can start knocking the dirt in the ditch now, Pop. There is actually one more thing I want to run. I have some 12-2 underground feeder that we're going to be running from that wire that I cut in the ground. That wire runs to this receptacle that I need to put a new one on. But since I already cut into it, I'm going to splice it back together with another wire in there, and we're going to run it through this trench so I can put a receptacle over here next to this hydrant. And that'll help out getting electric close to my greenhouse, which we are going to be opening up here soon. Hump up. I really need to get into the gardening. However, this ditch was just all consuming, and with the rain coming tomorrow, I am running out of time to get this wrapped up. But we just hit a huge milestone. We got everything hooked up in the ditch, and we can actually start backfilling. Hump up. Just a little bit more to do. I got to splice this wire in here. Some people are saying to run your wire through conduit, just in case you're digging later on. You'll be able to see the conduit, and you won't cut your wire. Well, this is actually in conduit, and the ditch witch didn't have any problem cutting right through it. So I got to dig that out a little bit to give me access to the end of the wire so I can actually cut into it and splice it. But I'm more worried about getting the rest of these ditches backfilled. Hump up. But I got some underground feeder over here that's left over from another project. I think my brother pulled this out of his garage or something. I just have to try and get a length of wire here without any nicks or cuts in it. I feel you, pup. Trying to get a break. Take a nap on the beach. That sounds nice. Alright, pup, I think that's going to be all for tonight. We got this trench backfilled over to where the bucket is. I don't want to backfill into the bucket yet, but I got it backfilled up to the level that I'm going to be putting the caution tape in, just over to the shovel, but I did get this whole run done. But I'm running out of daylight here, and I need to go collect eggs before Mumbles and the ducks head in. Come on, pup. I still have some more backfilling to do, but we're not going into freezing just yet tonight, so I still have a little bit of time. It's just going to be a little bit harder after we get the rain. Pup, but we are backfilled to 18 inches, so that means that the water pipe is already covered up. I'm not worried about the electrical wire freezing. That's not going to be a problem. And it's not going to be that cold for too long. It's going to be warming up during the day, so I'm not too worried about things freezing up here. I'm pretty happy with what we got done today. All the hydrants hooked up and the wire spliced. Pup. However, I am curious to see if Mumbles laid a second egg today or not. Hold on, ladies. Who's that? Big wings, Dabbles? Let me get everything ready inside. Anybody in yet? Maggie on the ramp? Let me get a bucket here and we'll see what kind of eggs we got. Anything in here? Nothing in the front corner. Hold on, ladies. Let's check Mumbles' nest here. We have some buried eggs. Oh, but they all look like duck eggs. Yep, 4 duck eggs. I'll take duck eggs though. And what do we have over here? Nothing. 3 more, just a random middle nest here. A little bit dirtier. That's 7 eggs here from Mumbles girls. And a messy one. You got some too, pup? Let me see. 3 more over here. We got some messy girls in here. We usually get some clean eggs, but somebody's being messy. Yeah, Pop. What about Ron and the girls? Oh, we got a bunch of eggs over here. Look at this. I think everybody laid an egg. That's 5 eggs here, 5 duck eggs. Let me see. 5 duck eggs and 1 Duchess egg, Pop. Nothing from Mumbles. I'm gonna get fresh hay down, then everybody can come in. All right, Pup, fresh hay down. Is it all set? Good. Come on in, Dabbles. What's going on? You all ready for bed? You're not sleeping outside. Where's Mumbles? Where's my Mumbles? Is she in the boneyard? Where's my Mumbles? Is she behind the triangle house? Where is she? Poppy, she's not over here, is she? She was down by the triangle house. Maybe she's still down there. Not over in the boneyard. Where's my Mumbles? Hold on, ladies, coming through. She was over here by the pools. Oh my God, where's Mumbles? Where's my girl? No. Where's my girl? This is not good. I don't see her. Let me just double check over here. Okay, she has to be in the chicken yard. Oh, I see her. Okay, she's in the chicken run. She's stuck behind the fence. I can work with that. I'm coming, Mumbles girl. I got you, girl. Don't scare me like that, Mumbles. I gotta open these fences up. Hey girl, you got trapped behind the fence. I'm coming, Mumbles. Go ahead. Let's bring you this way. Come on. Let's bring you to the end, girl. All the way to the end where it's open. Let her go at her own pace, pup. Keep going, girl. Keep going. You have to go all the way to the end. It's okay, Mumbles. Go ahead. Keep moving. Keep moving. I know it's a far walk, but you got it. You got it, girl. Keep going. Keep going, girl. Oh, I'm coming in. I'm coming in. It's right here. I'm coming, Mumbles. Oh. Hey, sweet girl. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Echo, slow down. We'll get you there, Mumbles. Everybody's waiting on you. Ready for bed, girl. Keep going. Slow down, pup. Slow down. Go ahead, Mumbles, girl. No. We gotta keep going. No. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine, girl. Here you are. Echo. Leave her alone, pup. Give her space, bud. You're scaring her. There you go, Mumbles. Home free now. Slow down, pup. Slow down. We'll take you all the way up there, Mumbles. At a reasonable pace, pup. Slow down. He's only got 2 legs. Bipedal. Echo. Take it easy, pup. Oh, you got it, girl. Okay, Mumbles. We'll take you all the way around, girl. Everybody's already over there. You got this, girl. I know, it's a long way over there, isn't it, girl? You can take your time. Home stretch now. I could have carried you, I guess, but we'll walk you over there. Big wings. I can feel the breeze coming off of those. Gorgeous. All right, I'll get Dabbles in. They'll be ready for you. All right, everybody, I found her. All is well again. Come on, Dabbles. Looks like Ron and Jumbo Ed already went in. Your turn, bud. You can take your girlfriend. Good. It'd be nice if he'd walk over into his stall. Huh, Mumbles? All right, bud, move it over. Take your girlfriend. No, you can have her. If she... No, you have to convince her. If she wants to go with you, she will. She doesn't want to. Go on. Go on. There you go. Give her a break for the night, bud. Oh, ladies, you'll see him in the morning. There you go. They'll be back, bud. Calm down. Calm down, bud. No, I know. You want your white birds. There's Mumbles. Big, beautiful goose. Okay, pup, come on. Alright, that's going to be all for this one. I think we made some good progress here today. We're starting to get longer days here and hopefully some warmer weather, but there's still not enough time in the day to get everything done. But if you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below, hit that like button before you leave, and if you want to help support the channel even more, check out that join button and my website for merchandise and nature-inspired designs, whittacresdesigns.com. You can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Mumbles girl, it's time for bed.